Hello guys, good evening. Welcome to my first video on the question circular rotation. I'll be trying to clear your doubts if you all are looking for the perfect answer or to get or to know the queries that you all are facing, or what queries you all are facing, or how to solve this question. So I will try my best to give you all the idea that I'm using to solve, or the ideology, the logic behind it. Um, I hope you are patient enough to bear me. Uh, okay, so let's begin without the formal introduction. So if you all have read this question, it basically is consisting of an array, some elements in it. Okay, and what's happening is after kth rotation, that's like here as it's given, it's 2 over here. Okay, so after kth rotation, what's happening is the last array index, the element present in the last array index, will be shifted or transferred to the first index, to the element in the first index. Okay, and the first index element will be shifted to the second, and the second element index element will be shifted to the third, and so on. So the last one will be shifted to the first, and like that it will be carrying on. Okay, so that's what's basically happening. And queries is as it's given. Queries is basically you'll be given some numbers, that's the index values that you need to get the output of after the transformations that you all have made, after the shifting procedure, after the kth rotations. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get to our code. Let's check what are the function description that we are having. So we won't be using the function, we'll be directly using it in main. We'll be directly coding in main function. So we need to know the input format, that's 3 space integers and k and q. N is the number of elements, k is the number of rotations, and q is the number of queries that will be asked. So let's begin. Okay, so in the sample input you can see that 3 is n, 2 is k, and 3 is q. Okay, so this array is having 1, 2, and 3 as their elements, and this query is having 0, 1, and 2 as their elements. So I'll be erasing this entire thing because I don't need any of it. I'll be using the main function. It's my first video. I don't know if I'm like, if you all are getting me. If you all don't, text me, comment me in the comment section, or you all can even mail me. So I'll be initializing the variables, and as well as declare the variables that I'll be using. It's particularly n, k, q. I'll be using an array. That's the constants are, I think, 10 to the power 5, if I've not seen it wrong. Yeah, it's 10 to the power 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll be using query, and if necessary anything else we'll be adding up here. Okay, so Cn will be taking input n, q, that is the number of rotations that we will be performing, and sorry, it's k, sorry, my bad, and this is q. Okay, q is the number of queries. So for int I, basically here we'll be taking the a element as an input, that is the elements will be taking it in the array. I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, so cn, it's a I. Clear? So next we'll be going for another loop. Int I equals to 0, sorry, I less than n, sorry, I less than n, I plus plus. I guess I'm nervous a bit, so I'm making a lot many mistakes. So it's int I equals to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. So what basically we'll be doing is we'll be using the modulo function. Generally, I'm using the modulo function to get the array index after performing kth rotations. Okay, so I'll be taking index as in variable to store the modulo uh, the value that I'm getting after performing the modulo function. So it's index. Okay, index, and how I'll be doing this is I'll be summing up I plus k, that is number of rotations. So if it's 0, it will be 0 plus k, that's 2, and 2 modulo n would be giving you, sorry, 2 modulo n is 3, so it will be giving you 2. Okay, so what we'll be doing, this index is now consisting of the value 2. It's just an abstract thing that I'm trying to like explain. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be um, using another array where I'll be like shifting the elements after performing kth operations. Okay, after performing two rotations, the new positions that the elements will be having is in bth array. So it is a I. Okay, so i's zeroth value, that was, if it was how much it was, it was 1. Okay, so 1 is now in bth index and index was 2, so it's in 2. So b's 2 index element is carrying the element 1. Okay, so that's how we'll be performing. And then okay, I need to declare b because I've used, okay, it's an array, so 5. Now another for loop for checking the queries. Int I equals to 0, I is less than n, no, it's q, sorry. Okay, and I plus plus. Q is the number of queries that we'll be performing. That's Q. Now we haven't taken query as an input, so it will be query. We'll be using another loop to compare the two arrays. How are we going to compare? It's if query, that's the value that we're getting as an input, if that's equal to the jth value, then cout is b j. Okay, break, just to conserve the time. I'm using break functions so that you can easily get out of this loop and again enter this loop without wasting time. So this is it. So this query, after comparing query with j, when query is equals to j, what we are basically getting is the value of query that we need as to get the output of that another array that we are using, that's b, and this is return 0. So what you'll be doing basically, guys, is just get a pen and paper, because coding won't be easy if you all directly do it in code editor. Use a pen and paper, try to run this program, try to get the dry run of it, try to get the values, understand how it's being done, the number of kth operations that you're performing, how the element is being transferred to different locations. And after that, let me run the code to check if it's okay. It has passed my sample test cases. It's 1, so it's case. Let's submit and just check if it's satisfying the other test cases as well. Yeah, it is. So what you need to do is you need to just go through this entire code. I think I have made it easy for you all. So this is basically, guys, the modulo function that is very useful. Okay, if you all don't have enough knowledge about the modulo function, go to the Google about the modulo function, get the information, at least know how to use this modulo function because it's very useful. as the way I've used it here in order to get the index value after kth transformation, after kth rotation. I mean, okay, so give it a thumbs up if you really liked it, and if you all understood the logic that I wanted to explain. Since it's my first video, I'm not very much sure that if I'm able to, like, if I'm able to, like, make few people understand what I'm trying to, like, code in here, the logic that I'm using. Any kind of inquiries, guys, just comment me in the comment section and give it a thumbs up. And please, please, please subscribe my channel. It's a request, because that will be, motivating me to get myself more clear with the logic, so that I can explain you guys much more well, and as well as I can get you all more new kind of a question that you all may face problem in future. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment me any kind of inquiry that you're facing this problem, like if it's not passing your test case, or any kind of an idea, or any kind of a logic that you all are having. You all can comment me down, uh, and you all can mail me even in my email ID. It's mentioned there, I think, in the description. Thank you so much for this patience you all had, and I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Stay positive. Please try run this code, and say me if it's working. If you all understood it, please comment that also. Till then, take care. Bye bye.